What a way to start a video. What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. And ironically, today I wanted to give you a little bit of a wellness update. Let's see, I think back in March, I had my yearly wellness update appointment with my doctor, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and kind of tell you what we discussed a little bit and where things in the channel are going to shift a little bit. So let's get started and have a little bit of a chat. So I am looking on my calendar because I want to know when my appointment was. It was in March, and I want to say it was March 23rd. So it's been roughly about a month since that appointment. And if you know, kind of everything around in March was a little bit nuts. And then if you check out our Life Be Lifing update video on the main channel, you will know exactly what all is going on. And then Easter holidays and field trips and all the end of the year stuff. And I just really haven't had time to sit down and film with you guys. So I want to do that tonight. So overall, the appointment went really, really well. She's very happy with my weight loss progress. When I saw her last year, she had told me that she wanted me to be getting in over 100, like around 120 grams of protein a day. And I was very upfront with her at my appointment that I'm like, that just did not happen. And she laughed, and I'm like, I know I gained, my appointment was right after spring break, and lots of, fun eating out and doing things and just not normal things. And, she wasn't concerned about that. And we talked a lot about me being more active in, I'm going to use running very lightly, because I do walk. Sometimes it's more walking than running. And unfortunately, I'm filming this the end of April. You'll see this on May 5th, and I have a run in a couple days, and I sound fantastic. All the kids at school are getting sick, and they cough right on you. And I'm like, of course, right before a run. But as I know, not every run is going to be fantastic. Not every race is going to be the sparkles and butterflies, but I'll show up, I'll be there, I'll do my best, and that's all I can ask of myself. Anyway, my doctor, Dr. Eubanks, very supportive of me being on Weight Watchers, and and how that has really, really helped my weight loss journey. And I told her that I don't know if I'm in a Weight Watchers phase of life right now. And we talked about that at length. Like what my thoughts and what my feelings are, and about how the program itself is going through continuous changes. And I mean, I get it. It's going to change based on science, and as we learn new things, the program changes to fit that. However, as opposed to it changing maybe a couple times a year, I think my app, it's almost the end of month 4. So let's say 5 months. My app has updated to a different style in the program at least 3 times. When it first came out, that like fruits and vegetables were 0 points. It was very freeing. I have been on Weight Watchers since points, back in, the early 2000s, off and on. And I remember when an apple was the same points as a Snickers bar. We picked the Snickers bar every time. Wouldn't you? If I offered you a Snickers bar and an apple and said these are the same point value, which one are you picking? Me as a fat person is going to pick the damn Snickers. I mean, it's no brainer. So I felt this liberation when some of my fruits and vegetables were 0 points. But something, that has stuck with me is that those 0 point foods still have calories. They still have substance to them. It may be 0 points here, but is it helping the scale over here? And I'm feeling that more, I think, as I'm getting towards 40. Turn 39 in like almost 4 months, which is a very scary thought. So I'm telling you this because my appointment was almost an hour and a half. Which my wellness checkups for, with my doctor are scheduled for a longer time period because she wants to talk and, you figure out things and do medications need to be changed and whatnot and going what forth. But one of the things that she would like me to do is kind of go off the Weight Watchers, which I did. I haven't really I've been mindfully eating and not really tracking anything for about a month now. I do plan to get back to this when school gets out. So I have a couple more weeks kind of just mindful eating. But she wants me to start tracking my calories. So I have re-downloaded MyFitnessPal, and MyFitnessPal is free to use, which is great. And she wants me to get anywhere from between 24,000 to 26,000 calories a day. And when I put in I was looking for my phone and I'm talking to you guys on it. It's the kind of day I've had. I think when I put in my weight and info and I had to kind of play with what do I want to lose per week to give me in that range, I think I ended up somewhere at like around 25 something. I am not connecting my Fitbit to the app because then it kind of messes with you a little bit, because then as you exercise and stuff, it takes calories away. And she wants me to just be, okay, I did a workout. How am I feeling? Am I feeling hungry? If I am, okay, let's see, what do I have that I have as a snack that I can, that's high in protein? Am I going to eat a yogurt? Am I going to eat, fruit? Am I going to have a protein shake? That kind of thing. And not go, oh my gosh, I just did a workout and I burned 700 calories and now I have to eat 700 more calories. Well, yeah, maybe I did a workout, but maybe I'm not hungry. So there's going to be calorie intake differentiation, mindfulness, being more mindful of what I'm consuming. Because here's an example. Cherries are dangerous in my house. Why? I can sit down with cherries, which are the most unelegant fruit that you can possibly eat. Because here you are biting something and like popping a cherry in your mouth, biting it in half and spitting a seed into a bottle. And I'm like, I need an old-fashioned spittoon from an old Western movie over here. It is the most unelegant fruit to eat, but I can eat that whole bag in one day. I can eat that whole bag in one sitting. Now, here is the thing about that. There's a lot more things I could down in one sitting than a bag of cherries. Example, XXX Hot Flamin' Cheetos. I can hose a bag of those just sitting and reading a book. So, comparatively, the cherries are better. However, probably shouldn't. So, it is just one of those things where just because I have done a workout does not mean that I'm super hungry. And if I am hungry or I feel like I need something, or maybe I really pushed myself, going out and doing more of a brisk pace out at the lake, or maybe I'm just a little bit more, maybe I'm thirsty more than I am hungry. It's going to be learning what my body cues are trying to tell me in this space of I am putting more effort into my walks and my runs than I was before. It's my body just being, hey, we need to change a little bit. Number one, my doctor is super supportive of me doing these runs and these 5Ks. And again, I use run very loosely because I almost can walk faster than I can run. I'd be great in speed walking events. Not sponsored, but Zero Sugar Strawberries and Cream Dr. Pepper is fantastic. Got this on the last sale at Dillon's, and it was the last box, and it was going with me it went right in my cart. So hopefully over the summer, I am a Pinterest girl. I have been around Pinterest since around the beginning, and I have lots of recipes saved. One of the things that I want to start doing is pulling some of those recipes and going, oh, this is going to be good for a lunch at school. I need to prep this on Saturday and then cook it on Sunday, so I have at least a few days worth of meals to get me through. The reason that I'm kind of choosing to start this more over the summer is because I have more time to devote to it than I do during the school year, because I will be quite honest with you, when I get home from work, the first thing I want to do is put on my pajamas, lay down, and go, the hell just happened today? And it's getting worse as the end of the school year comes, because nothing is normal. And nothing is normal for me, and nothing is normal for the kids. Their schedule, throw it out the window, because any given moment is going to change. One of the things I want to try that I haven't even gotten around to trying yet is some of my clear proteins I got, and I shared these in hauls, because I got them over spring break, I'm pretty sure. My Rise lemonade from Country Time. I'm really excited to try this, and I haven't. And it's this whole thing, when I mix it, will be 100 calories. And so it's things like this that I have to start looking at. Like, oh, this is 100 calories for this whole packet. Same with the Tropical Punch one. And they both have 22 grams of protein. Oh, it says 100 calories on the front. Didn't notice that until just now. I'm not used to looking for that. So it's little things and little bits of change that I need this summer to kind of help retrain my brain. I need to retrain my brain that a whole bag of cherries is not 0 points. I need to, set. I think they make like a cherry pitter that you could just like squeeze them through and it'll take the pit out. I probably need to invest in one of those, because if I'm gonna weigh them, I want to weigh my cherries before I eat them without the pit, because man, that pit's gonna add some weight, which is gonna affect the calories. So it's going to be a learning curve, and I need the few months that I will be home to get to retrain myself so that I'm ready for the school year. Also, one of the things that was brought up was we did the Time to Patty run, beginning of March, or like the week before. Yeah, my doctor's appointment was on the 23rd, and our run was 22nd. Oh, it was like the day before. And I told her that when I at the end of my run, like I literally could feel my blood sugar dropping. And I'm like, I didn't feel bad during the run. Like I hydrated, and so she was just asking me questions, and I'm like, yeah, I had stuff in my bag. I didn't eat anything. Um, and she was like, well, number one, you need to be fueling on your run. And number two, uh, you know, we, you, it was something about, blood sugar drop. I don't remember exactly what she said, but we talked about it. And she's like, if it happens again after your next race and you are fueling during your race, then we need to make a follow-up appointment. And they have some trial Dexcoms that they can pop on and do a continuous blood sugar check. I do not have to have blood draws this year because I did that last year and they all looked great. But here's the thing about that when it comes to blood panels and blood sugar. You're seeing something in a 24-hour period. And you're fasting during it. When you have the Dexcom on, or whatever one they might pop into my arm, it's continuous. It's based on everything they're eating and consuming in an X amount of time period. Why is this concerning, you may ask? Well, my dad has diabetes. My great aunt and my great uncle had diabetes. I don't know. We will never know if my grandmother had diabetes or not on my dad's side because she passed away sadly of undiagnosed lung cancer when my brothers were younger. Is what it is, but I'm going to guess because my great aunt was her sister that my great aunt would have had it as well in some way, shape, or form. Mom's side, my uncle has diabetes, my aunt has diabetes, my grandma Mimi, my Mimi had blood sugar problems. My uncle, his daughter's daughter, so my second cousin, has type 1 diabetes. So does her younger sister. There's a sister in the middle that doesn't, as far as we are aware. Both of them have type 1. On top of that, there's high cholesterol and other health factors intermix. So there is a good shot that eventually I will be diagnosed. My dad wasn't diagnosed with diabetes until he was in his 60s. So it could be a long time until I am diagnosed. However, if I'm keeping up with keeping up with it and being on top of it now, if something were to pop up, it's something that we can deal with in the now situation instead of waiting for it to get worse. So we check my blood levels consistently. If I feel sick and maybe some sugar kind of helps, we document that. I did mention that when we were on vacation and I was sick with kind of a post-bronchial snot thing. You guys know how I really wasn't feeling well on vacation. Juice kept kind of bringing it back up. And she was like, yeah, that's pretty normal in general for being sick. But we made a note in my file. So everything is being documented. My guess is that eventually I am going to have some sort of diabetic complication. But as of right now, I do not, which is great. And I truly believe, because in 2022, I said, I'm done feeling like shit. I'm done. I'm done feeling like this. I was working at the school. I enjoyed working at the middle school. But one of the reasons that I asked to stay at the elementary is it was one floor. Going up and down the stairs all day was awful in my 300 plus pound body. Right now, I could probably do it much better, inhaler included. But I was awful. I was sick. I'm still not healthy, but I'm getting there. And because I make sure to make myself a priority. Getting all of the steps in that I get in at school, doing the step bets, doing these runs, it's moving my body. It's keeping my body active and flowing, and that is all that matters. So, moving forward, at least for the rest of the year, because it's something that I actually need to give the time to see how it's going to react, both during the summer when I have the time to commit and during the school year when I don't have the time to commit. Seeing what this calorie deficit will do to help move my weight loss along, because I really do feel like I'm in a plateau. And plateaus, while hard to do, can be broken. You just have to find what's going to work to break that plateau. I'm really excited because Sam, at the beginning of the year, Sam decided he wanted to do 10 races. Well, I'm pulled along for the ride. I'm going anyway. I might as well participate and get a shiny medal for it, right? We have completed 3 of them so far as of this video. We've done the Time to Patty, the Eisenhower Marathon, loved that event, loved that run, the Love Chloe run, and then a couple days before you're seeing this video, I'll have completed the Spring at Prairie Fire 5K. We had one that we thought was going to be in October, but actually while I was talking to you guys, I got a response, and they are moving that run to April because it was conflicting with too many other events. So that will be moved to 2027. So because we need to find, I think, we need to find one more run for this year, because Run Disney will be part of 2027 runs. It doesn't count for this year, so we need to find one more to do so that we can complete our 10 runs in 2026. But yeah, I'm really happy with how things are looking. My doctor's really happy with how things are going, and she called me an athlete. I had to kind of look at her funky. Sam calls me an athlete too, and I look at him funky too. So, but that's it for this video. I want to take time to thank each and every one of you who are here supporting me on this journey. I know that it hasn't been super active channel. It went from a couple videos to no videos to one video to no videos, and I'm trying to be better. So I'm hoping to maybe, because I still have to eat over the summer, make several recipe videos, get those uploaded, and have video content for a while so that you're still getting content over here while I'm doing content for the other channel as well. So that's it for today's video. Again, Hey Dr. Pepper would love to be sponsored by you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.